This week's group routine is called Born to Dance.
If I told you
Dance Moms. Abby freaks out when Brooke doesn't show up as to Flashback. Dance Moms has given audiences some of the most dramatic moments in reality TV history. From explosive arguments to jaw-dropping performances, the show has captivated fans for years. One of the most unforgettable moments from Season 2 was when Abby Lee Miller absolutely lost it after Brooke Hyland failed to show up for rehearsals. This moment was a perfect storm of tension, high expectations, and Abby's relentless pursuit of perfection. In this deep dive, we'll analyze the context, the explosion, the fallout, and how fans reacted to one of the most dramatic moments in Dance Moms history.
Oh my gosh.
Why was Brooke absent? Brooke Hyland, the eldest member of the ALDC team, was known for her natural talent and acrobatic skills. However, as she grew older, she started showing interest in activities outside of dance, including her passion for music. This shift in priorities was a growing concern for Abby, who expected full commitment from her dancers. Leading up to this particular episode, Brooke had been struggling with the intense demands of competitive dance and trying to balance her personal aspirations. Her absence from rehearsal was due to her participation in a school event, something that Abby saw as unacceptable. This wasn't the first time a dancer's outside commitments clashed with Abby's expectations, but Brooke's case was particularly frustrating for the infamous dance coach. Abby's reaction. The meltdown heard around the world. Abby Lee Miller has never been one to hide her emotions, and this moment was no exception. When she realized Brooke was not going to be at rehearsal, she completely lost her temper. Her frustration was evident as she loudly berated Kelly Hyland, Brooke's mother, in front of the other dancers and their moms. Some of Abby's most memorable lines from this confrontation included, "Where's Brooke? I don't care if she's a kid. She has a responsibility to this team. You are either in or you are out." Abby's anger stemmed from what she perceived as a lack of commitment. In her mind, dance was not just a hobby, it was a career path that required total dedication. When Brooke failed to show up, Abby saw it as an act of defiance. Kelly Hyland fights back. Kelly Hyland was never one to back down from Abby's aggressive tactics, and this confrontation was no different. Defending Brooke's right to explore other interests, Kelly argued that her daughter should be allowed to have a life outside of dance. The argument escalated quickly, leading to one of the most intense verbal sparring matches in the show's history. Kelly's defense included key points such as, Brooke deserved to make her own choices. Dance should not control her entire life. Abby was too demanding and unfair. The tension between Kelly and Abby was always brewing beneath the surface, but Brooke's absence was the spark that ignited an all-out war between them. The fallout, how it affected Brooke and the team. Brooke's absence not only led to Abby's meltdown but also affected the rest of the team. The ALDC was built on group routines that required precise coordination. When one dancer was missing, it disrupted the entire performance. Abby used this as an example to show the team how one person's absence could hurt everyone. The incident led to Brooke temporarily being sidelined from group dances. Abby questioning whether Brooke should remain on the team. Increased tension between the Highlands and Abby, which would ultimately contribute to their departure from the show in later seasons. This episode became one of the most talked about moments in Dance Moms history. Fans were divided on the issue. Some sided with Abby, believing that Brooke should have been more committed, while others felt Abby was being unreasonable and overly controlling. Team Abby. These fans believed that if Brooke wanted to be a part of the ALDC, she needed to follow Abby's strict rules and show up to rehearsals, no matter what. Team Brooke/Kelly. Many viewers sympathized with Brooke, arguing that she was just a kid who should have been allowed to explore her other interests without fear of backlash. The Abby is too harsh argument. Some fans acknowledged Abby's expertise, but felt she crossed the line too often when it came to how she treated her dancers and their moms. Social media exploded with debates, memes, and heated discussions about whether Abby's reaction was justified or excessive. Behind-the-scenes drama. What wasn't shown on TV. Although Dance Moms was a reality show, much of what happened behind the scenes remained hidden from the audience. According to former cast members and various interviews, There were additional tensions brewing at this time. Brooke had already been considering leaving ALDC to focus on music. Kelly and Abby's relationship had been deteriorating for a while, and this was just another step toward their eventual blowout. Production often manipulated situations to create more drama, meaning that some of the reactions could have been exaggerated for television. Where are they now? The aftermath years later. Since leaving Dance Moms, Brooke Hyland has pursued her passion for music and has built a social media following. She no longer dances competitively but remains active in the entertainment industry. Abby Lee Miller continued coaching for several more seasons before legal troubles and health issues affected her career. She has since made a comeback in the dance world and continues to be a controversial figure in the industry. Kelly Hyland, on the other hand, has remained relatively out of the public eye, only occasionally commenting on her Dance Moms experience in interviews and social media posts. Conclusion: a moment that defined Dance Moms. The infamous moment when Abby freaked out over Brooke's absence is a defining scene in Dance Moms history. It showcased the intense pressure young dancers faced, the high expectations of Abby Lee Miller, and the ongoing battle between passion and personal choice. To this day, fans continue to debate whether Abby was justified in her outrage or if Brooke was simply trying to live a normal teenage life. Regardless of which side you're on, there's no denying that this moment left a lasting impact on the show and its fans. Dance Moms may have ended, but moments like these continue to live on in reality TV infamy.